A double-minded man, how he thinks. We're part of the same crime. We served out the same time. We both run the same lines. We both have the same mind. And time, we lie or we're stealing. So much stealing. No. I'm not waking up tomorrow morning and finding that there's no money there. Come on, there's no way. Oh, stick to the script? All right, okay. But before I get into my reaction to the latest video, I want to give a shout out to those of you guys that have been active in the comments. Keep it coming. I do want to recognize you heavy Tim supporters that have been in the comments. I hear what you guys are saying. Captain, schmaptain. Some captain you are. If you were a true captain, you'll be sending Tim out that child support just like us. You'll be sending out that big old baby support out to Tim. Some captain you are. If you were a real captain, then you would know that it's Tim first, then Megan. Tim first, then Grandma Lily. Tim first, then Benjamin. Tim, then Noah, then Titus. Tim first, then good Timothy. If you were a true captain, you would know these things. I hear you guys. You guys are tripping. You guys are definitely tripping. As captain of Team Tim, Tim wanted me to give all of you heavy Tim supporters a message from the bottom of his heart. We know he deactivated his comments, and so he can't let you guys know directly. And so I'm going to be acting as the intermediary. I want to give you guys this message from Tim. It goes a little something like this. And I am telling you, I'm not working. This is the best scam I've ever known. There's no way I could ever work. No, there's no way. No way. I'm telling the truth. I'm not telling the truth. I like my gifts to be free. I'm stealing. And you're gonna trust me. You're gonna trust me. Get back on track. All right, my bad. I'm digressing. Clearly, I'm digressing. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys my reaction to the recent the recent Resurrection Ranch video where Tim talks about his life flashing before his eyes. And we know that with double-minded men, they frequently live multiple lives, at least double lives, but multiple lives. And so, Tim, we know that when you were talking about your life flashing, we know you really were talking about your lives flashing before your eyes. It's like flashing, season. So we understand, Coach. We understand that your lives were flashing before your eyes, Coach. But we also understand that you're the coach. All right, the video starts with Tim working diligently on finishing the trim on that raggedy old tub, a tub that they don't make anymore, the tub that my coach Tim proclaimed as being an antique. Sometimes they don't make stuff anymore for a reason. Things become obsolete. When you have a tub that's so large that you have to climb inside of it just to clean out the tub after every shower. If you have to climb into your tub, both feet, arms, grab a ladder, climb in, climb out, chances are that they don't make them anymore because they're obsolete. They're too hard to work with. But we did enjoy the sight of you working, Coach. We enjoyed that greatly, Coach. I was like, yes, Tim, yes.
His head up, and then I go ahead and clean up the rest of that butyl tape that's around there, and then we'll be ready to start cutting down our nutrient pieces to size and getting them back installed. And then that tub will be pretty much complete. We have some more epoxy coating that's coming, and we got a couple spots we want to touch up, and they say it's fine to touch them up. You just have to sand it down real good, and then just, you know, touch up those spots where you need to touch up. But looks like my mom was about done now, so I'm gonna set y'all up, and I'm gonna get done getting everything cleaned up, all this butyl tape, and then we'll start cutting some trim and getting it reinstalled. I'm just paying through it. Okay. I'm gonna charge you like
I see you running out of reason. Don't try to blame it on the seasons. Why you wanna walk away? When we began, swear we had something.
Attention all Minecraft fans.
We had something that would last. Baby, has the feeling passed. Falling in was easy. How do I make it stay?
All right, later while Tim was working on that tub, he gave the congregation a lesson on the difference between niceness and kindness. He asked the congregation, us viewers, I guess, on whether Jesus was nice. And he talked about some of the activity that Jesus had in the village, etc. And he said, well, you think that Jesus was nice? We know that Jesus was kind. Was Jesus nice? And I'm like, okay, well, we're talking about Jesus, right? So we're talking about the lion, the lamb, and the ram, the one with the power. Jesus represented God, and we know that God had the power to smite. And so I'm like, well, Tim, you're talking about smiting folks? Are you smiting now? I mean, if we're talking about smiting as in smearing, then sure. You know, when you lay out that poop for your heavy Tim followers, when you lay out that poop and you smear it all over the place and you proclaim that it's awesome or that it's beautiful, you could argue that you're doing some smiting in that respect. But on a godly level, Tim, and on a level of referring to Jesus and Jesus not being nice, Tim, it's kind of hard for us to accept the comparison between yourself and Jesus. And now, most of us viewers, especially us critical viewers, although you indicated to us that you have a kind heart, and you reminded us that you're not a nice person and you have no desire to be a nice person, although that you pointed that out to us before, we define people by their actions. And except for your heaviest of Tim supporters, aka Tim worshippers, except for those folks, many viewers would classify you as being neither nice nor kind. It's really your actions that defined you, Coach, but you are my coach.
like I might not be like the nicest person in the world, but I'm nice though. At the same time, I'm polite and stuff like that. You know, I know how to handle myself. I ain't crazy. But then I heard a guy speaking, and he was talking about nice and kind are two different. Is a fruit of the spirit. Like there are different like things in the Bible where it says they're fruit of the spirit. But niceness is not a fruit of the spirit. But kindness and niceness are two different things. He talked about how kindness is a posture of your heart. So you can be kind, but not nice. So think about it. Would you consider Jesus to be nice? Would you consider somebody who walked into a temple with a whip and started whipping folks nice?
No, you wouldn't look at it that way if you were there.
Right. It's like Jesus. One time there was a guy, and he wanted to follow Jesus, and the guy, his dad had just died, and the guy wanted to follow Jesus. So Jesus was like, "Come on, follow me. Let's go. You got to join in the crowd." And the guy was like, "Okay, I want to follow you, but first let me go bury my dad because my dad just died." And Jesus said, let the dead go bury the dead. You come follow me. Does that seem nice?
No, it didn't seem very nice.
Right.
I'm sure that's not the way the man looked at it.
Exactly. About you as my mama and my mothers and my brothers. Just think about if the message came back and they say, well, Tim say everybody who in here is in here. He said you should have been here on time. Would that seem nice?
That's not. Plus, we would have thought that's not godly.
Exactly right. But see, those things are kind.
A little bit later, they're working on the installing the cord to Grandma Lily's dryer. It was great to see Tim in there working on that cord, like we say. More walking. I'm sorry, like we say, more working. It's a lot of walking back and forth to the couch. But with Tim, we want to see more working and less talking. And so it was great to see you working. You informed us that when you were on the outside of the ranch working on that dryer vent, when you stuck your hand into some hole someplace, you were shocked to pull back a snake skin. And I guess that's when your lives passed before your eyes. I imagine that must have taken several minutes for all of those lives to pass. And so I couldn't help but wonder how appropriate it was for that snake skin to be waiting on you. How appropriate. I mean, considering that snakes, they also shed their skin, similar to how you change your seasons, you change your direction. Frequently, we know that snakes, they shed their skin. They have a shedding season. And so how appropriate, how appropriate. Of course, it was a little bit odd that Grandma Lily was not as shocked as you were. I mean, you tried to get her riled up a little bit. You tried to stir up a little bit of energy in her, but Grandma Lily was like, come on, Tim. I mean, I know we reviewed the script, Tim. I know that you planted that skin. I mean, I know that you said that you're going to pull back a snake skin. But Tim, I can't get worked up for this one. It's getting late. It's enough. We had enough play acting for the day, enough pretending for the day, Tim. But I'll try to participate. I'll try to stand here and I'll try to have that glossy look in my face, Tim. I'll try to nod. Of course, I was like, yes, another miracle, Tim. By your standard and by your estimation and your measure, another miracle, Tim, that your hand did not get stuck. Your big old hand did not get stuck in that vent holes. A miracle, Tim. I'm sure you would say that that skin was assigned. That snake skin was assigned to be there as a message to you, Coach.
All right, y'all, we just got done with this dryer in here, and I was headed in there to get started on the trim, but I wanted to go ahead and fix this pipe for my mom because it wasn't coming through the wall out here, through the mobile home, and I didn't want her to have to not dry her clothes. And so I went ahead and crawled up under there, and the dryer thing was tucked off in a hole, and I'm guessing they just tucked it off in there when they were moving the mobile home. But I saw the hole, so I just reached my hand in the hole, not thinking anything about it. And I was like, what is this I'm feeling? And look at what it was. Let me stretch this out so y'all can see. Look at what it was in there. I'm sure y'all know what that is. Big old snake skin. Let's see. It's longer than that too. It's super long. Big old snake skin off in there. And I'm grabbing a hold of it. What you think about that, Mom?
I don't know. That's the second snake skin we done found up on the Grace.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah.
I think that one might have been there all the time. When the before we even bought
That's
it.
right. That's what we're gonna say.
That's right.
That'll help us out mentally. Cause I might not never go up under your house again.
I'm telling you.
Nah, we're gonna be good. This is the time to go up under there though, during the winter time.
Right.
Yeah, but I had a big old snake skin off in that hole, like up under the insulation, like inside of the moisture barrier. But with the adversity of the snake skin by scaring me half to death, we got that plumbed out. And
All right, near the end of the video, Tim talks about the fact that he's glad to be able to work full time at the ranch. And now we know that really means that you're glad to watch Grandma Lily work full time. You're glad to watch her break her back working full time at the ranch. And now you also indicated that, oh man, the work that we're putting in, Grandma Lily, the work that we're putting in, our kids and our kids will be talking about this years from now. And I'm like, okay, hold on, Tim. First of all, Grandma Lily's kids includes you, Tim, and her other kids, which, oh, by the way, they don't want to have any part of the foolishness now. So why would they be talking about it years from now in a favorable manner? And also, when you talk about your kids, that's like 30 years into the future, Coach. And by that time, the kids will have escaped. Even little Benjamin will have escaped from the farm with no desire to look back. No desire to look back and dwell in some quote unquote fond memories. Similar to how Travion clearly has moved on from some past challenging, not traumatic. We'll say Travion has moved on from some past challenging experiences with you, Coach Tim. But Coach, you can look back because you're my coach. Tim, I think you're the only one that's going to be looking back. With fondness, that is. All right, that's it for my reaction to that recent Resurrection Ranch video about Tim's life, aka lives, flashing before his eyes. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please chop it up in the comments. You heavy Tim supporters, always look forward to your commentary. Get up in there. Bring Tim with you as usual. Tell him to bring those burner accounts with him. I want to shoot out some love to those of you guys that have subscribed to this point. Thank you for giving me that love. For those of you viewers that have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing so that we can continue to shine that light. Until next time.